I wanted Frenchies to be a classic French bistro with a twist and a more local approach. You ready? In early ages, when I was still in high school, I was not really sure of what I wanted to do with my life. And when working in hospitality was something of interest to me, my parents encouraged me to take on an intern in order to see what the reality of the profession is. I found this internship in a very small restaurant, sitting maybe 15 to 20 covers in Toulouse. And they were not doing anything fancy. The cooking was quite a family kind of cooking. The chef was really grumpy, was an old guy, end of his career. He didn't teach me much, and on a daily basis he wouldn't even talk to me much. I don't think he was really sure of this youngster that his boss told him to train for 2 weeks. But I liked this internship because of the ambience, because of those 2 rushes per day of service, because of the different hours. I liked working at night. I liked to work when others were not working. So I decided that this was what I wanted to do. So after school, hospitality school, I didn't do any chefing school, and I wanted to work in a lot of different places in order to complete my chef skills. The idea was to browse a lot of different places, a lot of different techniques, a lot of different working environments. At Christian Constant in Paris, they had 1 Michelin star. I discovered a very classic way of cooking, but it was a large brigade. So I discovered a lot of pressure, a lot of competition within the team, a lot of skills as well that I comfort myself with. I worked there for only a year, but it was a very condensed way of learning. Quite hard, quite tiring, but it's very much what this profession is about as per my experience. And when you've learned discipline, when you understand organization, the management of those kind of kitchen, which are main skills of a chef, it's also good to work on your creativity. From that point of view, one experience that influenced me a lot has been working at my friend's restaurant here in Sydney, David Coumont from Mox. I worked there for a year, and I've been fascinated by his ability to constantly improve his skills, change his menu, with him being so uncompromising by the look of what he plates. While I had some experiences that were very discipline driven, others that were very technique driven, this one was very, very creativity driven. Yeah, I've met some chefs that were good at 1 or 2 of these techniques, but I've never met anyone that excelled at those 3 at the same time. But I think it's the goal for every chef, if they want to be the best, is to manage those 3 very well. So we opened Frenchies with my business partner Vincent Dessoir at the Cannery in Rosebery a little bit less than 2 years ago. It's a project that we've been talking about for 6 years before that. I've been trying to cook the food I wanted without following too many cliches from the typical bistro. I'm more looking to deliver food that complements the beer that Vincent makes, that's rooted in French tradition but more refined. I want to make food that's produce-driven, working a lot with my suppliers. At the moment it's foraging mushroom season, and I keep talking to my supplier to check on what the foragers find and ensure we get some interesting stuff. We also work a lot with market availability, especially the fish market in Sydney that has an amazing quality supply and that I check at least 3 times a week. The produce I've been able to find there inspires me on a daily basis, and instead of looking for a particular product for a specific dish, I prefer to go along what is available and fresh. This is probably a more personal approach than the cliché dishes you can find in classic French restaurants.